Hi everybody, Maria here, and today I am going to be working on some frames. I am inspired by a couple of YouTubers who were inspired by Tim Holtz and his new frames from his current collection. And so I just thought I'd put my tiny little spin on it and add to my collection. At heart, I love just making embellishments for anything. I like making embellishments for cards, for journals, for scrapbook pages, just to have. That is kind of where I love to be. So anyhow, I did some collage boards, master boards, and these, and I'll talk about those in a minute. But also what I thought was, one of the things that I have a lot of is dies. I have a lot of cutting dies, so I thought I'd put those to good use. And I was going through my dies and I thought it would be great. It's hard to see these. These are Diamond Press. I don't have any straight edge rectangle dies except in here, so I thought, okay, I'll use those. And circles potentially, although sewing in a circle is not fun for me. I have these guys, which have this fun cross stitch on the square and the rectangle. And so that's where I thought I would add that touch today a little bit. And then, so all the pages I'm using today, the papers are from Witchcraft Do You Do, and that is a .com. They're from Australia, and they're great. They keep adding new things, and they're super fun. So these come as whole pages, and I cut it down. I added it to 110-pound cardstock because if it's going to be a frame, it's going to need to be hefty. So there's that one I did. That one. This one, obviously, for me at least, what I love about digitals is I can just keep printing and printing. So these two, and this guy, and then a couple of master boards. This is some borders that they have, and I actually used all 3 pages. No, did I use all 2 pages? I think it was 2 pages of borders to make this one. I think this is in their vintage set 1, this and that, and then a bunch of these. This one took me forever, you guys. I think this one took me like an hour. I'm not used to using so many small pieces, so I'm gonna make sure I use this one really well. So I'm gonna use this one last and make my mistakes on the first bits. Anyhow, let's get to it. So I think I'm gonna start with this cute one. I am gonna keep it square, and I'm going to use a circle on it, just for something a little bit different for me. So I just have to decide what circle. Now you can also go circle and circle, and that would be cute too. So I think that looks nice. You still get to keep a lot of the frame. So I will probably fast forward while it die cuts once I edit this video, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm just gonna get some tape. You can use washi, you can use, you know, whatever you think won't stick too badly to your die, and you want to just center it however you like, or not center it however you like. You can put the tape on the inside, but I feel like for these I'm going to want the inside for something as well. And you could always cut from the back side, but I feel like you get that nice dent when you're die cutting, so you want to cut it from the side you want that impression to be at. And then after we do all our cutting and shaping, I'm going to go ahead and sew, and then I'll come back and show you guys after I do that. So I'm just going to try to take that off real carefully. And then I can reuse this piece too, this piece of tape, and it'll have less sticky on it. So there, I have this nice inside piece for something, and I have this nice frame. I'm going to go ahead and ink up my frame. And I'm using a Distress Oxide Walnut Stain this time around. I got that tiger, you know what, I should put it on this side, so I don't have to reach across the camera every time. You could also put a piece of acetate or vellum on the inside of the window if you wanted. So in this case, you know, everything's printed like that, so you don't have to do any kind of layering or like anything like that. And they're just kind of, all the ducks are in a nice little row, and I think that looks nice and neat. It's quick and easy, wasn't hard to do at all. You know, the gluing down of the paper, cut it in a little square, throw it through my die cut machine, easy peasy, really quick. So that's one. All right, and then I have more. I have this guy. And I'm trying to think, do I want to do more of the circles? But I think for now I'm going to move on to my next shape. So if you want to, let's see here, do rectangles, and you have to decide what you want your size to be, what you want your orientation to be. So I think I'm just going to, let's see here. That maybe? I don't want to waste too much of the paper. But I could do one this way and a smaller one this way, perhaps. So let me get that piece of tape. And you also have to think about what your edges are going to look like and how you're going to cut that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get another piece of tape. Sorry for shaking. I just put the tape on my hand to get some of the oils from my skin on it, and then flip it so that it does not cut into my magnetic sheet. Put that here. See what we got. Okay. Move this a little bit. I just want to gently peel that away. You can't be too rash. I got a little bit off of there, but I can still use that and cover it up. Something, you know, put it there. Also, we can decorate these frames up a little bit. All right, and that went nicely because this is on 110-pound paper. Then I glued 65-pound paper on top of that. So that's our piece, and that's our piece, and we're gonna cut around this piece. So on these two sides, do I want it to be the same as this? I probably should have put this down more so I can keep an even border, but what I'll probably do in this case is maybe make the bottom and the top thinner and the sides a little bit thicker. So let's grab our border, our trimmer. Those are things you got to think about, which I did not think about, which was silly of me. So we'll do that to start. And you could keep it like that if you like it, but I don't. So I'm gonna go thicker to start because the other side's thicker. I still got this nice piece right here to use for something. And I'm going to just take a little bit off this side to make it more like the other side. Let's see here. A little bit more off this side. Okay, and that's what I'm going to keep for this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and ink that one. So how are you guys doing today? I'm good. It's still cold. I'm not a fan of cold or hot. I kind of like it somewhere in between. You know what I should probably do? What I should probably just do is all my cutting, then do all my inking off camera and show you guys, and then all my sewing off camera and show you guys. Oh, okay, so then we still have this nice little piece right here, which we can absolutely do something with. Let's see what our sizes are here. You can also use any of these other frames. That is not the look I'm going for right now. Oh yeah, I like this. Let's do this one. Try to center it as best as I can. Okay, and we'll do that. I feel like that'll be good enough for this one because it's not too big. And if I'm wrong, say la vie. Okay, and we'll stick that through our trim. You know what? I'm moving it now and I'm worried. Oh no, it's good. Okay. Stick that through our cutter. It looks a tiny bit crooked, but I can probably square it up on the outside. Peeling that gently. There we go. Okay, so there's that piece, really cute. And there's that piece. And actually, I think that looks pretty decent. So there's that. I think I'm gonna take a tiny bit off the sides. Where's my trimmer? There he is. Okay, just to make it a little more, oop, I had a piece in there still. Okay, let's do that. And just maybe like that. Okay, and that's the piece I have now. So I love that piece, that's great. All right, Next, we have a couple more of these. Oh, we have 3 more of these. Great. Before we even get to our big stuff. So, let's see here. What do we want to do next? Do we want to do another circle? We could do another circle. Maybe out of this right here. Let's do a small circle right here, I think. I think, though, the circles might look better out of this stuff. I'm trying to think, because I don't want to waste. Let me think. Do I want a bigger kind of frame, perhaps? You have to think about what you would use it for as well. So I don't think I want a bigger one. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this right in the middle there. So I was saying earlier that I was inspired by a couple of YouTubers. And those YouTubers are Carrie from Which Craft Do You Do? She was using these kind of papers this way, but she used it and she sewed like on all of the creases, and she put a picture in the middle. Not a picture, a piece of ephemera, like a flower or a butterfly or a mushroom. It looked really great. And then Margaret from Seven Plaza, she was doing them where she did individual pieces. She cut the frame from chipboard and then she put individual pieces around the edges. And they both did a wonderful job. Okay, so let's do that. I have a ton of die cuts, and if I can do anything to make my life a little bit easier and make my work look a little bit better because of me, my skill set, then I do. Cutting straight edges with craft knife is hard for me, so I thought, you know what, I have so many dies. Okay, so got a little bit thicker at the top this time, which looks good. And then we have this nice piece here for something. And let's figure out what we want to do with our bottom. About the same as our top. And we might trim our sides a hair. Okay. And this is the first time I'm doing this, so these are things to think about so that I will know next time I want to make something like this, like how do I want to make my base pieces? How big do I want to make them and things like that. I kind of really like that. I think I'm going to leave that. Okay, and then I have this nice little piece. And I'm trying to think. That could look good with a couple of circles maybe. I think that's what I want to do. Nope, too big. That's what I'm going to do that. Okay. All right, so let me move my trimmer and get my tape. And we're going to tape that one there and that one there, and that's what we're going to cut. And I don't think we're going to get through all our papers today because otherwise we'll be here forever. But we'll see. Okay, so then we have this nice little circle. Good. And this nice little circle. Ooh, if he wants to come off. Okay. Great. And our frame. So that's kind of cool. And then once you sew around it and ink it and add stuff, that could be pretty cool. All right, so there's that. And let's do this one in the same vein. You know, maybe I'm not going to do these two. Let's move on and I'll do these two off camera. Let's go to this guy, and I am going to move these guys out the way. And the cool thing about this mat, or this, yeah, I can put this in this way and it will feed through my Gemini still. Let's do one of these. These are called Cross Stitch Rectangle Frames by Crafter's Companion. And they come in these 3 sizes, 5 by 7-ish, and then lower. And I'm gonna go lower. And I think that's where I wanna go. You know, it's hard to know with these because I just don't know what I'm gonna get. I just did the master board. I've never done one with just borders like this, so I just don't know what I'm gonna get. It will be interesting for us both. Okay, let's just throw that on there and wish for the best. Okay, here's what we have for this one. Let's just step this to the side for a minute. All right, so here is our middle piece, which we can absolutely do something with. And drum roll, please. Oh, I like that. That came out fun. So I don't know if you could see the cross stitch pattern, but I think once I ink it and stuff, you'll see it better, and I can still sew along the inside here. Oh, I dig that actually. That's fun, it's different. All right, let's do another one. Let's do it in a smaller size. And then I think we'll also do it if we have enough paper in the square. I think, well, because I don't want to go that way, because, you know, then what am I going to get? But I want enough for the square, so let me open the square and see what I can get in the square as well. Ooh, this is some good tape on this one. All right, so if I do the square, let me do the square right here. I could probably get them both on one. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so let's do that here. All right. Gonna have to get some more tape for the rectangle. And then I won't waste like this paper over here and stuff. I'll do something else with it. Okay. All right, there we go. There's that. So let's do that. And that. Okay. Okay, let's see what we have. Our square came out really neatly and nice. Different patterns. You could kind of flip-flop it any way you want. And then you have this fun little piece in the middle. I guess I didn't cover it there, or something came, oh, it came off on the, right there. It wasn't glued down good enough. I can glue that down and save that. So that's fine, that's great. And then, let's see here, our rectangle, which we have to be careful because we have the newer tape on that piece. Okay, that's just that inside piece, which I just tore, no big deal, it's tiny. Save that tape there. And ooh, super cute. I like that. That one's fun. Okay, so we got those. All right, and then let's see, do we have enough to do? Let me put this guy back. Do we have enough to do well, we have enough to do a small square. I guess that's the only other one I had on here. Okay, let's see here. And where would I put it? What would go through it? It could be useful. I think I could just put that in that bottom corner and make best use of that bottom corner. Okay, let's do that. What bits and pieces do I want? I guess I want those bits and pieces. And you know what? I'm going to cut that piece off and save myself some sanity. All right, so let's do this. Oops, it didn't want to stick for me. All right, let's do that. But if I go over here, I think actually I have more, yeah, more different ones. Where's the rest of my tapes? Did I not save them? Oh, they're on here. All right. Okay, so let's feed this guy through. Okay, and I'll save this for something else. And I don't think I'm saving that. Okay, and then that's cute. So then we got that frame. And let's just give me a second and I'll be right back. I want to just get myself a little organized. All right, I have this sheet left, plus, you know, some of the other stuff, but we're going to be done with that for now. I'm going to go ahead and cut these and show you what they look like. And then I'm going to go back and ink everything, show you the inking, and then sew and show you the sewing. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to throw that on there and there. Okay, we have this one here. Delicate, delicate, great. And then let's cut that apart. And I want to do one down here. Okay. Oop, tore the tape, no big deal. Tore the paper, I can still make that work. Okay, and let's cut that. So maybe, I think there, 2, maybe there. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, and my scissors just to get that last bit. I think that's probably my favorite one so far. Okay, and then one more. Let's just go right here. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Gentle, gentle. Okay, that's the inside. I'm not going to dye over it. I can try to still use that somehow if I want to. Cover it up with, you know, a butterfly or something. Or I'll figure it out. Okay, so then I'm going to move my die cutting machine over, cut this guy out. Let's do right there. My blade just popped out, that's all right. Okay, and then let's see here. Oh, not bad. Okay, so I have this left still, and then here's my frame, but I want this side a little bit skinnier, I think. Yeah. Let's see here. That is an inch and a little, that is less than an inch, so I just want to take this down a little bit more. Okay, so there's that frame. So I'm gonna go do all the inking and I will be back. Okay, so here is the scraps I have left. Lots of little chunky bits that can be used somewhere. And I think they're fun and they're super thick. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them yet, but they will go somewhere. And then for the frames, I inked them and I sewed them because I just wanted to get it done, but I didn't decorate them, and I think I'm gonna wait to decorate them until I know what project I'm going to use them on, or if I'm going to put them in a care package, or however I'm going to use them. So let me start with the floral borders. So I think that they came out super cute, and so there you can kind of see the cross stitch better on the back there, And I started inking with, I think, on a different set, the walnut stain, but I ended up going with the vintage photo. And there are a couple that I just used circle punch to get out the middle, and I thought that looked super cute. You can put pictures, you can put, you know, flowers, you could put whatever you want when you put it on your page or your project. And I try to start at the bottom corner and go all the way around and keep it uniform. So there's those. Here's this guy, again with a cross stitch. This one, not cross stitch, just a needle cut out. A cute little square one. And then a big, nice chunky one. And I just kind of went in the middle there. That one has washi because it was coming up a little bit, and I just decided to put washi there. Try to save the frame because there's a couple I couldn't save. All right, then we've got a couple in the, do we have 3 in this print or just 2? 3, okay, so we have this nice big one, and this smaller one, and then this one that we experimented on the circles with. All right, and then we have these. So we have one that's going, let's see, vertical, if I get that right. I'm not gonna get it right. There we go. And then this one. All right, another one of these. Okay, and then this guy. Okay. I was surprised that I got the sewing pretty decent on these. I kept little tails at the bottom of most of them. Okay, this cute little one. I think I'll probably use the little ones quicker, but I like them all. This fun round one. All right, and then we have this set, which was out of the masterboard that had a lot of the much smaller pieces on it. So we have this one, and this one, and this one, and this guy, this one, and finally this one. So out of those pieces of paper that I showed you, let's see how many frames we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that set, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, okay. And then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and I know I threw away 2, but we'll still say 24. So that's not bad for you know, a few hours work, fun, sewing, and I'm gonna add stuff to them, but not until the project that I choose to put them on. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, bye-bye.